Okay, so today we are here to talk about Visio and specifically Visio Online. And we have a lot of product demos and a lot of cool stuff to show you guys. But I also wanted to kind of have a session where we tell you how to think about how to go about buying Visio licenses. We have Visio Online Plan 1, Visio Online Plan 2. And so I wanted you guys to get a feel of what's in each of them and how to kind of go about rationalizing licenses for your organization, right? So hopefully this session will help you do that. Your IT admins, your business decision makers, they'll get a feel of how to go about this one. So before we start, let me just talk through how we think about Visio. Where does it fit in the whole Office ecosystem, right? So Office has these four kind of pillars, right? Unlocks creativity, built for teamwork, integrated for simplicity, and security. Where Visio fits is unlocks creativity. This is a diagramming tool, right? This is a tool to help you put down your ideas onto a canvas, right? So that's why you use it for flowcharts, for process diagrams, for network architecture diagrams, and floor plans and stuff like that. So it's a very visual application, and we feel that Visio, kind of sits nicely there. Within Visio, anytime we are making an investment or thinking about, coming up with a new product feature, the way we like to think about it is that it should hit or align itself with these three kind of major pillars. The first one is, you should be able to create professional looking diagrams quickly. And the word professional here is very important for us, right? You don't want diagrams to be, looking like they were made in PowerPoint, let's say. These are smart diagrams, these are complicated diagrams, and you want to make those professional, beautiful looking diagrams very quickly. So we want users to be, getting onto Visio and then be able to download a sample or a template and then, get started very quickly. The second pillar we try to align with is collaboration, right? We want everything you create should be, seamless across your organization. You should be able to share it seamlessly. You should be able to collaborate on it with your colleagues, with your workers. And so anytime we think about an investment, we think, okay, are we heading into that direction or not? And the third pillar is connecting that diagram. We don't just want your diagram to be living there static, right? We want it to be a living, breathing diagram. And the way to do that is you connect it to data and then you visualize all that information through your diagrams, right? So that's the connect piece to it. Last year, we came up with Visio Online. And the reason behind that was, Visio Online enables us to, have this visual canvas, which then can be extended to all these other applications, right? So you have Visio Online Canvas within Power BI, with Flow, with Excel, and within Teams. So, Visio Online enables us to do that. Within Visio Online, now we have two plans, right? Plan 1 and Plan 2. So the way we think about it is, Visio Online Plan 1 is for users who are basic diagrammers, who just want their ideas quickly jotted down, make basic flowcharts, make basic process diagrams. And for them, Visio Online Plan 1 is the right license. And it kind of covers the first two pillars, which is creating something professional very quickly and able to collaborate it, share it across the organization easily. Where Visio Online Plan 2 kind of comes is it fills that third pillar. You can connect your diagram to data, which you can then use to visualize more information, right? So that's a more advanced use case, and that's how we think about Visio Online Plan 2. What does Visio Online Plan 1 come with? So Visio Online Plan 1 comes with Visio Online, which is basically a web-based application. So you get onto your Edge, your Chrome, your Safari, and then you go onto Visio application and you start creating those diagrams right there in the browser. So it enables us to have a cross-platform product no matter where you are. It's supposed the modern way of working, modern users, and so that's what Visio Online Plan 1 enables us to do. We also give you 2 GB of storage on OneDrive for Business along with Visio Online, so that you can get started quickly. You don't have to buy that storage separately. Now let's talk about what you can do with Visio Online and what are the things you can't do with Visio Online, right? So Visio Online is an online web-based application. So you can build basic diagrams, basic flowcharts, basic block diagrams or process flow diagrams. And you can do it with, seamlessly. It's very intuitive. It's, your new, fresh, modern web look. You can share your files easily, seamlessly. But it won't allow you to do like complicated diagrams, right? Diagrams which are connected to data and things like that. For that, you want to go on to the next one, which is Visio Online Plan 2, right? So how do we position this? So with Visio Online Plan 2, obviously you get the Visio desktop application as well, right? So which is, you get the Visio Online access, you work in your browser, you can build diagrams there, you can share whatever, but you can also go onto your desktop applications to, again, like build complicated diagrams, right? Diagrams which are connected to data. And it obviously is our best solution we offer. It has all the new features, right up to this point and many more. And that's what you get. The way we think about, kind of recommending these two plans to users are that, let's say you have diagram consumers in your organization, right? For them, as long as you have the Office 365 license, you don't even need a Visio license. They can start viewing those diagrams, they can start commenting on those diagrams, and they don't need to buy any Visio license. So as long as you have Office 365, you are covered. So let's say your execs, your business leaders who are just looking at those diagrams and making decisions, they don't need a Visio license, right? So you can access it anywhere. You can access it on a tablet, or your iPhone, your any browser, right? And you can view it within Outlook. You can view it within Teams. You can view it within IE, and you don't need anything. So that's the recommendation we have here, that if that's what you need, you don't need to buy a Visio license, right? We want to cover that because that's important. The second type of users in your organizations are the ones who are creating basic diagrams, right? They're just jotting down their ideas. They're building these basic diagrams, and they don't necessarily have a need for those complicated data-driven diagrams. For them, Visio Online Plan 1, which is a $5 per month per user license, is what is recommended. So let's say you have a team where there are some core diagrammers who are owning those Visio diagrams, creating those complicated diagrams. They don't need this. Their colleagues who are just doing light commenting, light editing, or basically putting down their ideas. For them, Plan 1 is the way to go. And with Plan 1, with Visio Online, you get a lot of it, but you obviously don't get those extra fancy stuff which you get with the Visio desktop application, right? But still, it's a very powerful application, and with each month, we keep adding new features, new templates, new diagrams, and the hope is that we will get to a point where Visio Online as a standalone app will be powerful enough. But as of now, this is what it's intended for. And then you have the next set of users in your diagram, in your organization who've been, let's say, working on Visio 2016 or Visio 2010, and who are creating these complicated diagrams, floor plans, retail layouts, and network diagrams, which are highly complicated with a lot of elements and a lot of metadata, shape data, things like that. And for that, Visio Plan 2 is the right solution to go to because it gives you all that plus much more. Any questions at this point? Yes, so the Plan 1 does not include the desktop client, and that's the major difference between Plan 1 and Plan 2. So Visio 2016, and that's a good question, thank you. Visio 2016 is a perpetual license, right? So there are two reasons I would give. It does not give you access to Visio Online, which is you can't go onto a browser and start creating diagrams, right? They can, but that's a different user who would be able to view it, right, Saurabh?
So anything that is shared through OneDrive or SharePoint, anyone that you give access to, they can view the file, but they can't edit it. So for editing, you require either Plan 1 or Plan 2. If it's basic diagrams, Plan 1 is sufficient. But if it's more complex diagrams, you require the Plan 2, which has the desktop version as well. So the other difference between the perpetual version and the subscription version is definitely the speed at which you get the latest updates. So any new functionality that we are developing, we make it part of the subscription, and only every 3 years, some of it becomes part of the next perpetual release. Going
Right.
forward, there is a bunch of other services-driven functionality that we are planning to add to Visio, such as more intelligent diagramming, more automatic diagramming, more data-driven diagramming, and these things will be part of the subscription edition, and we will not be able to provide these as part of the perpetual, mostly because they will require a connection, live connection to the service backend that Visio is running. So it will take your data, it will give it to the service backend. That service backend can look at the data, analyze it, and propose you a diagram. So these kind of features will not be available as part of professional. They require a subscription license going forward. So. Not till 2019. We're going to support 2019 for now and for at least foreseeable future. I don't know if a deadline or a timeline when it is going to be completely switched off. So it is going to be there for some time.
Yep. But even with 2019, if you compare 2019 today with what you have in the Visio desktop application, which you get in Plan 2, it's not at par. You know, many of the new features we added, like data visualizer, you know, all that is only available through the Plan 2 desktop application. And that's where most of the investment is. That's where we are headed. That's what we are making richer. So Visio Plan 2 is always going to be the solution or the plan which has everything we offer, right? And Visio Plan 1 is going to be the web component of that. That, you know, you're a basic diagrammer. You just care about putting your ideas down, making basic diagrams, and sharing it within your organization. That's your Visio Plan 1. You get Visio Online in both, but you get the desktop application in Plan 2. So that's how, you know, we've packaged it, and we feel that that makes logical sense to kind of distribute it among, you know, your organization. That, you know, some don't need anything and they just want viewing and commenting. For that, you don't need anything. We're not selling you anything. And then you have basic, you know, your coworkers who are consuming those Visio diagrams but not really working on those advanced scenarios. Plan 1 and then Plan 2. And so maybe sort of, you know, you can continue kind of that discussion about the roadmap, what's coming in, and what we've been doing since the last 1 year in Visio Online.
Yeah. So I think in terms of the progress that we're making with Visio, one of the most important things that we're doing is that we're trying to make it more data-driven. So you will see many new diagram types which will allow you to take data, whether it is coming from Excel or from any other data source, and quickly use that to diagram, quickly use that to convert your diagrams into live dashboards, into actionable dashboards. So in this context, we, about 2-3 months ago at the Microsoft Business Applications Summit, we announced the Visio Power BI integration, where now you can take any Visio diagram and make it a part of a Power BI dashboards. So Power BI dashboards, if you guys have been using it, you can have standard widgets like bar charts, pie charts, line charts, but the real world context, that's something like a Visio diagram, which is a free-form canvas. You can create and use any kind of shapes on the Visio diagram. That can really add a lot of value to your Power BI dashboard. So that is one thing that we had recently launched. At Ignite this year, we are launching a couple of new diagram types, which are very popularly used in Visio Desktop on the Visio Online canvas as well. So the cross-functional flowcharts, which is the swim lanes and the process mapping kind of diagrams, now you'll be able to do that in the Visio web editor also. And the Azure diagrams, which a lot of folks around here use for their network topology, and the Azure VMs, those will also be available in the Visio Online web editor. Going forward, what we want to do is that we want to take this to the next level, where not just the mapping of the process, but the business process optimization and automation can also be done through Visio itself. So once you've created the diagram in Visio, you'll be able to export that into Flow, Microsoft Flow, which is the next avatar of the SharePoint Workflow Designer. And you'll be able to automate flows using Visio. The next thing that is mentioned over there is the data visualizer diagrams. So similar to what we did with Power BI, where you could only create a certain type of visuals earlier. In Excel also, today you can create bar charts, line charts, pie charts, but let's say you want a network diagram, or you want a timeline, or you want a process map within that Excel, so that you know, the people that you're sharing that data with, they have a visual next to it, we're going to provide that. So now that we have this Visio Online web-based canvas, we are trying to integrate it wherever possible so that the visualization need that you have in all these applications can be easily met. So taking it a step further, what we'll be doing is we're working on taking Visio diagrams from the 2D landscape to the 3D landscape. So you can drop by at our booth and we'll show you some good demos where diagrams that you have created in Visio in 2D, let's say a floor plan or a PNID diagram, you'll be able to quickly convert it into 3D, and you'll be able to use your VR devices and HoloLens to visualize those diagrams in 3D. We believe that it's very easy for a lot of people to create these kind of diagrams in 2D first, and then have them converted to 3D automatically, rather than trying to place things in 3D, which is a little cumbersome. And the last thing that's mentioned over here is the collaboration improvements. So Visio, one of the changes that we've been observing is that as teams become more geographically dispersed, a lot of people want to work on the same diagram at the same time. So that's another big feature that we are bringing out in Visio, where people will be able to collaboratively work on the diagrams, co-edit the same diagram at the same time. So let's say you're having a team session with your team which is spread across the world, and you're discussing a concept or you're discussing a process flow, how that could be improved, you'll be able to work on the diagram simultaneously. So those are some of the changes that we are bringing out in Visio in the coming few months. And as we were discussing earlier, most of these which require some sort of intelligence, some sort of service running in the background, that will be available through Visio Online subscription. And some of it will be part of the Visio Online Plan 1. Like another class of diagrams which is very commonly used is the IT diagrams, like the UML diagrams or the wireframes. So these are the kind of things that we will make available as part of Visio Online Plan 1 going forward. So mostly when you think about data connectivity, that's where Visio Online Plan 2 shines. And as long as it's a basic diagram, that's where Visio Online Plan 1 is. So that's what we have for you on the roadmap. Tomorrow we have a roadmap session. You guys can come there. We'll be demonstrating some of these things there. And you can take a look at those and what next we have. We also have a session for the Microsoft Flow integration. I think some of the sessions are listed in the next slides, right? This is just a summary of the things. So you can find the sessions on your app.
You should be able to find it through Visio.
Yeah. So we have a session on flow integration tomorrow as well. And then we have a 3D session on Wednesday. And finally, Power BI and a more extensibility related session on Friday, where we will talk about how you can use the Visio Online Canvas as part of your custom applications. So yeah, that's all I wanted to cover today. These are some of the ways where you can get in touch with us. We have a user voice channel, office blogs. We are active on Twitter, Facebook, and all the other social channels. So you can get in touch with us there. If you have any other questions.
Cool. Well, thank you everyone for your time. And please feel free to reach. We are a very agile team, and anytime we get feedback, we actually work on it.
Thank you so much.
Thank you.